The Irish mother writing to her son. Dear son, I hope this letter finds you well, as I am. The weather here has been great. In fact, your father says he wishes he was working, he'd take the day off. He had a good job the other week with 500 men under him. He was cutting grass at the cemetery. He lost that job through his ignorance when the vicar's wife asked to see his testimonials. While he was totally unemployed, he asked Flynn the farmer if he could use him on the land. Flynn said, no, we've got special stuff for that. Your sister Mary had a baby this morning. We don't know yet if it's a boy or a girl, so you could be an aunt or an uncle. If it's a girl, Mary's going to call her Denise. If it's a boy, the nephew. She was going to call the child Hazel, but Father Murphy said all them lovely saints' names and you want to call the poor child after Nut. They reckon the birth rate has gone up around here on account of the Irish sweep. Hope to God our Mary never meets him. Murphy was drowned at Bushmills in a vat of whiskey. Some of his workmates dived in to save him, but he fought them off bravely. He got out 4 times for a pee and got back in again. They had him cremated and it took 4 fire tenders to cool his ashes. Your father was late for the cremation, but he phoned them up and asked them to keep him on a low light till he got there. Flynn got some of them virility pills for the owl bull. Your father asked him what they were like. He said, they taste a bit pepperminty. I think your father must have been on them. He won't leave me alone, so you'll have to excuse the wobbly writing. He took advantage of me when I bent down to look in the fridge last week. We can't go back into Tesco's. He never got paid for the pig he sold Rafferty. He said if he'd known he wasn't going to get paid, he'd have charged him twice as much. I asked him if I could tap him for a £5. He said, Jesus, for a £5 you could hit me with a brick. 2 fellas give him a right pacing outside Mooney's bar the other week. When they asked him if he'd had enough, he says, I don't know, I was never in a fight before. He went through his pockets, all they got was 50p. They said, you put up an awful fight for that kind of money. He says, I thought you was after the 10 quid in me shoe. He went back in the pub and the landlord said, who gave you the black eye? He said, nobody gave it to me, I had to fight for it. I must go now, but could you send me some more of them sleeping pills for your granny? She keeps waking up. Your loving mother. P.S. I was going to send you £5, but I'd already sealed the envelope.